Two parts to question 9. We'll start with the first page. What percentage of the 50 people now travel more than 20 k's to work? Well, these are the people who travel more than 20 k's to work. There's 24 of them. Out of 150, you do 24 divided by 50, that's the proportion, and multiply it by 100. The answer you get, therefore, is 16. The estimate of the mean. To work out the estimate mean from group table, you have to do the midpoints, so 2.5, 7.5, 12.5, 17.5, 22.5, and 27.5. Multiply them by the frequency. The reason you do that is because you don't know what distance these people have travelled, the 34 people in the 0 to 5 group, but you can assume that they're uniformly spread out across this group, so that the average for the group will be 2.5. So if we wanted to work out a rough total distance travel for these 34 people, as a guess it would be the middle value times 34. So 2.5 times 34 is 85, and you do these ones and you add them all up and you get something like 1,115, and you divide it by the total frequency, and the answer you should get is something like 11.1. I can't remember, maybe it was like 16, 15 or whatever. Anyway, the cumulative frequency table is the running total. So the first group is 34. The first two groups are 34 plus 48. The first three groups are 34 plus 48 plus 26. First four. First five. And the last one, I've made a mistake. Yeah, you should be careful that it adds up to the total frequency, but there we go. Simple. Now, the cumulative frequency table is important when it comes to draw the cumulative frequency graph. I'll leave it on screen if I can. Cumulative frequency, you plot these points at the end of the category, because cumulative frequency tells you how many people have got up to that value. So, if we want to know how many people travelled up to 5 kilometres, that's 34. So we go to 5 and we plot 34 at 5. How many people travelled up to 10 kilometres is 82. So we go to 10. Oh, no, I plugged that wrong. It should be here. How many people go to 10? It's 82. How many people did it up to 15? It's 108. How many people did it up to 20? It's 126. 25 is 142. And to the final value, it's 130. Now, you can either, if you're brave, draw a smooth curve. It must go through the points. I'm going to attempt to draw a smooth curve. That's not too bad. Or if you're not brave, you can join them up with a ruler, and that's allowed. Now, the next question says, find the median. Now, here's a question that catches people out. The median is the halfway value. How many values are there in total? Well, you just worked it out. There's 150 values in total. Actually, it's told you in the question over here anyway. There are 150 people travelling anyway. So when you see this graph going up to 160, don't get caught out. You know there's 150 people there. Now, the median is the midway value. It's the halfway value. If there's 150 people there, what position is halfway? For the purposes of the graph, you just take half of 150 and call it 75. So that 75 is the median value. If we go across at 75, and I should do this with a ruler really. Across at 75, so it's going to take longer. And I can't fit the ruler in. Brilliant. Okay, let's forget the ruler. And we go down. It's a little bit over 9 because if I'd drawn it more accurately, should have been about 9. I'm going to go for 9, which is the answer in the back because I know I've checked it already. But that's the thing you do. You go, so 150 people in total, halfway is the median, you go crossing down at that at the 75th value, and that tells you what the 75th value is. If you had to work out the upper quartile, you'd have to do 3/4 of 150 and go 3/4 of 150 is somewhere here, go crossing down and work out what that is. Or 1/4 of 150, go crossing down and work out what that was. And that would give you the lower and upper quartile. And the difference between them would be the interquartile range, if you had to work it out, but you don't for this question.